ladies and gentlemen. It is January 20th, 2011. This is JoshXO's Weapon of Choice, episode number 26, and I am a complete douchebag. And let me tell you why I'm a total douchebag, because I went upstairs, was getting ready in the morning, and I'm out of deodorant. And I'm looking at my deodorant, and it's like down to where, like, you know, the plastic is, but you're trying to squeeze some out, but like nothing's like coming out at all. So I'm like, oh God, I need to go buy some because I'm going to smell at work. So I walk down the street to the 7-Eleven, right? And I'm going through their little section. And I'm like, where's the deodorant? Where's the deodorant? And they have two selections of deodorant. They have Lady Suave, and I hate the smell of baby powder. Or my other option was Chocolate Axe deodorant. So not hating the smell of baby powder, I went for the Axe. And so I'm just really glad by the end of the day I didn't end up with a faux hawk or a Jersey blowout. But I could tell people were looking at me funny. They were like, look at Josh, he looks like a douche today. They couldn't figure out why, because I didn't really look any different. But they're like, people are like, did you shave? And I'm like, I still got this beard thing. And they're like, something seems a little douchier about you, more than normal. And I'm like, I combed my hair. And so then I think for the rest of the day, people thought they were like, oh my God, if you comb hair, you're going to be a douche. So you saw only the stylists combing people that they didn't like, turning their clients into douches, because I implanted that in their brain, because that is what a devious, douchey bastard I am. So that's my whole Axe body douche story right now.
Did you smell like that all day?
I still smell like douche. Yeah,
Jesus.
I'm surprised when I went out to the front to get you, because, you know, Ty and I have never met. We were like on a friend of a friend's like Facebook. You know, I'm like, I need models, and she's like, I need a haircut, and then I could tell, kind of when I walked out the gate to meet Ty, she was like, oh, hey. And then when she got in smelling range, she's like, what kind of douchiness did I get myself into? And so when I brought her back, she's probably thinking to herself, oh my God, there's going to be a lot of fist pumping going on the show. I can't tell in the light. It's really kind of bright, but you look orange. Yeah, so I'm absolute cabbage today. Cabbage. Filthy cabbage. Wow. That's what happens when I drink almost a whole bottle of Pepsi before a show.
I didn't smell you.
Yeah? Well, takes one to smell one, I guess.
Wait, that means I'm not a douche.
Yeah, that means you're not a douche.
okay.
Yeah. No.
But everyone else said smell
Our
you.
girlfriend's awesome, yeah. No, it's totally awesome. So, this is Ty, and we're going to dispel some myths with Ty's hair today. Let's start and tie around, and let's all have a gander of how long Ty's hair is. Ty sometimes likes to color her hair herself, but I don't really care about that because I'm not a colorist. So, you know what? Screw it. That's fine. I'm cool with that. There's no money out of my pocket. Great. Now I'm going to start a whole discussion on hairbrain. Like, oh, Josh is pro-diversion now. Yeah, whatever. Fucking use Aquanet, man. I don't care. So, it's also sold in grocery stores. So, let's look at this. Let's look at Ty's hair here. Right, so it's really fine, and she colors it herself, and she wants to keep her length. Right? Which girls with fine hair always do. I'm not ripping on you, I'm just making broad generalizations here, like I do. You know, like, you know, Guidos like to fist pump, and our douches and wear Axe body spray. Like, okay. Fucking haircut. Right? So, looking at Ty's hair here, it's really fine. So what do we learn? What, especially if we're technically trained and we learn some like hardcore technical haircut shit. We learn that if someone's got really long, fine hair, what are we supposed to do? We're supposed to cut it one length. And then you'll have the snobby types, which, you know, it's real easy to be snobby when you're like an educator and you can turn down models and that kind of thing. But a lot of times in real world, when we're in the salon, it's like we can try and be right. You know, when a client Like, you're pretty, so let's turn you back around again. You'll notice when I'm not, like, super happy with my models, I'll, like, start them out facing the other way. So, God, I'm on a roll tonight. Awesome. Energized. I hope we have lots of viewers.
3.
Awesome. Okay, so...
Hi.
Hi, all three. So, where was I with it? Okay, so when you're in a salon, right, you're in a salon to make money. Now, you can have your client with long, fine hair, and you could take the snobby high road and be like, well, your hair needs to be all one length, and it needs to be up here for it to have fullness. Hey, and you know what? You'll be right. But you know what? Would you rather be right, or would you rather make money? So how do we deal with clients with really long hair that's fine, and we want to make them happy? Because that's what it's all about, making people happy, and not like coming off like a snobby douchebag. Yeah, you can tell them that, you know, this would be a lot better, sure, but that's not what they want to hear, and that's not what they want. You're not going to accomplish that. And by taking the high road, being like, oh, I won't cut it, why don't you think of a solution the way that you can actually make them happy, make it fuller, and make it look better? Of course, I'm excluding, this is normal people we're talking about. You get those crazy bitches in your chair sometime, and there's no dealing with them. You can't talk them out of anything. You can't, in fact, you have some clients that are just really ugly and they're not going to look good anyway, so don't bother arguing with them. Just fucking do what they say. Like, yeah, we'll take 1/8 of an inch off, and I'll use a roller to measure it, and just, here, give me your money, get out of my chair. Cool, all right? Ty, however, is super nice. And I want to, like, work with her fine, long hair. And kind of dispel a couple myths about this, too. Because you're always told, it's long, it's really fine. The best thing to do is just do a one length on it. Grow out those layers, do a one length. But is that really true? Is that really the best thing that you want to do? Ty kind of colors her herself, and it's really long. So is one length really the best thing? So let's have a look at density here. Right now, let's just talk about the genealogy, the historical value of Ty's hair here. So if we go by the whole basic, hair grows a ½ inch a month. Right? So every 2 months, so it's about 6 inches a year. Alright? Let's look at the bottom of Ty's hair here. Alright? Let's look at the hair in the nape. So if we look at this, right, well, just this bottom inch here from the hairline, right? So that's like 1 year. It's about, well, let's see. Oh, 6 inches. Okay, so that's about 1 year. 2 years. Okay, it's about 3.5. 3.5 years from here to here. This hair took that long to grow. Alright? Now let's look at a top layer here, right? Okay, there's some layers in there, so let's find a little lower. Alright? The hair on top now, to reach that, actually took, right? If someone has long one length hair, right? So this from here to here, that's about, I don't know, what did you say? That's about 7 inches, 8 inches?
Yeah.
So that's about like 7, 8 inches. So that's a whole nother 1.5 years, almost 2 years older that this hair on top is if it falls all the way to the bottom. So oftentimes this hair on top is more damaged, and it really needs to cut more than this hair. So if this hair needs cut more, and it's more damaged, then maybe a one length isn't the best thing, because if we do a one length, oftentimes we're not even trimming this top layer. Let's think of something else here. Right, so if I bring everything down, that's going to firm the density. But let's take a vertical section here and pull it out and have a look at it. Right, so the definition of a one length haircut is that it's cut at 0 degrees and that it's equal density from the roots all the way to the ends. That means however thick it is at the roots, it's going to be that thick at the bottom. But let's pull Ty's hair out here and see what happens. Right? So you can tell there's not a lot of going on the ends here, right? It's not equal thickness, and that's because over time, brushing, coloring, whatever, it it's going to lose density at the end. Getting caught in car doors, zippers, whatever, it's going to lose density. Yeah, so what's one of the best things to do? Make a blunt cut. Yeah, that's the way to go. That's going to firm things up. But maybe it's not a blunt cut on bottom. Maybe it's a blunt cut through the top that's really going to thicken up and add density to that section, right? So maybe layering's the best thing we can do to thicken it up. So, I mean, shit, let's try it out today. Let's see if we can... I really want to be the myth-busters of hair, you know, and just dispel those rumors. And, you know, I'm really sick of people saying, you know, well, this is the way it is, and then people believing it. You know, I find it's that thing with, like, business advisors, too. Like, there's so many of those statistics out there that if you sell a bottle of shampoo and your client, they're 35.2% likely to come back. It's different for every salon. I hate industry-wide statistics because it just sounds like people are freaking making them up. And the problem is, when people hear a business advisor like that, and they instantly apply it to their salon without even realizing that, well, hey, every salon might be different. What's different for you, Mr. Multi-million-dollar business guy, may not work in my little 4-chair salon. So if you're successful, don't go change everything around just because someone said that you should be doing this percentage of numbers. And you know what? I bet you a lot of the times, their own salons, the numbers don't look like that. That's the big thing. Never trust a salon advisor unless you actually see their numbers as well. Transparency. Because if I never told you guys anything about you, I could say that I owned a $5 billion a year salon. Well, what would you know, you know? You could Google me and find that I'm actually a nobody, that it's just a dork with a webcam. But, that happens to be some expert. No, I just like cutting hair. I'm not some super expert at it, and that I like discovering things. So, what are we going to do here? I think one of the best things in my experiences that I've found, and remember, this isn't an always, is one of the best things we can do is kind of have a forward, kind of round shape going on to really kind of firm things up. Because if you think about it, right, if hair is parted this way, right, and layered, it's going to be kind of stringy as we get to the bottom. Because look how far we have to travel down to gain density, right? If we go this way with it, right, and we firm things up, look, we don't have to travel as far to gain density on those ends. So we're going to start out with a round shape here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to comb this hairline. Let's see. Let's go with a little more standard of a parting there. Right, so just above division point of the ear, all the way around the head there. Right, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to decide where I want that line to kind of start. Your hair likes to dry quick. You must spend like 2 minutes with the blow dryer. No? 3? 4 minutes? You don't blow dry.
No, I do it again section.
Oh. Ooh, smart client. Says things like, wow. Okay, when clients give you technical terms and say things like sections, be afraid because they probably know what they're talking about. Or they do. I love those clients that are like, they read some little blurb in Vogue magazine and they quote it verbatim. They're like, I need long, wispy layers cut with the razor taper on the ends. And you're like, how the fuck do you know that? You read Vogue. So, God, I like this model. She laughs at my jokes. This is awesome. Okay, so let's get this out of the way. And we're just going to take a little section right here. Pull it forward, and I can clip this out of the way. So kind of just vertical sections here, breaking off at the division point of the head, right? And there, the recession line, right? And then we'll just get this out of the way. So I'm going to use this as like a slight baseline. Right, then we're going to layer everything up, and it'll be fantastic and wonderful from there. But I'm just going to use this as kind of a point to where I want to go to. So I think...
Is the camera okay there?
What?
Yes, I
Let's see.
Oh, no, I'm just.
Oh yeah. I think it's fine. Right, so let's bring it down. I think below eyes, because we still want her to have like room to move around, and she said she didn't really care. But I don't want to do bangs like that because she wasn't too hip with those. Right, which I like about the show. I don't do whatever the fuck I want. Like I work with my models because I want to make them happy. Because then they will send me more models, and I like happy models. It makes me happy. All right, so let's do below ear. So that's a couple inches off there. God, this model has so much more personality than the other Knights model. My other Knights model didn't even have a freaking torso. Torso.
Which one was that?
You know, that's the one that, stick the head on the pike.
Oh.
Yeah, the doll head.
You're talking about the girl.
Yeah.
The doll head.
I'm glad you did too. Right? I think just a little bit shorter than that. Bring it down. Nice blunt, firm line, right? Because it's kind of fun hair. Alright. Cool. Easy as hell. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to start bringing stuff to that. Right? I'm going to elevate away. Let's see, right about there. Right? And I'm going to kind of invert things going this way. Right? And so now I'm going to bring everything into this point, right? By bringing everything into this point and bringing it all the way forward, I'm going to maintain maximum length through this corner here. Pretty freaking cool, right? But at the same time, I'm going to be creating like this nice kind of round shape through the front, which is going to frame her face. Very nice. I always feel like I got to talk in a bad accent whenever I use cliche terms. Face framing. Alright, so let's go ahead, and we're just taking horizontal sections. This is very familiar to what I did in episode 2, but you guys wouldn't know it if you didn't watch it live, because on episode 2 I forgot to hit record. So if you were watching episode 2, you missed about 20 minutes of the really important stuff.
That's good to know now.
Yeah.
Someone somewhere is going, no.
No. That was me. I'm like, oh. And it's funny because at the very beginning of the episode, I come back and I'm like, ah, crap, I forgot to hit record. Alright, now I'm coming forward. Alright, and I'm kind of like sliding away, kind of moving it away here. Alright, let's comb it forward. Have a nice little check. What's going on? Cool. Alright, last section up. Which, normally, on long fine hair like that, I would leave like a couple fingers out to maintain a baseline, but I actually want a round shape through the front, because I'm going to connect this all through eventually. Right, so fingers are kind of inverted. Okay, and down. Right, looking pretty good. Much more firm now. Okay, now on this side of the part, and I'm kind of working off a part because, she's not going to wear like her bangs straight down over her eyes, so, I want to be able to like move them around. I just have it there to kind of be my basis of where I want to start the layers from. Is my angle good? Yeah, let's turn this way so you guys can kind of see what angle I'm at.
I just think the chair's in a weird place tonight.
Well, the chair kind of moves position when I rotate it around. It gets really weird. So this way, there, now you guys can see my finger angle there. Right? And I'm working away. Alright, and we're just taking horizontal sections. And back. So to me, like, I get really excited when I can like create fullness and big beautiful hair out of like fine hair. Makes me super happy. Oh dear, you're getting hair all over your arms. Yeah. There we go. I know you really want to show off your sweater, but Alright, and now, right? Okay, front's done. Super easy, right? Cool, let's comb this all forward. And, I'll have a look at this front line after I kind of, like, dry it and stuff and see what's going on. But I'm pretty happy with it now. Like, it's looking like something. It's looking good. Okay, so now I'm going to move into the back. Let's see, I should do this. Now, one thing I want to point out is when I was working in the front here, for both sides I was cutting on, I was standing over here. So on her right side. For the whole time. And the reason for that is so I can work away from my guide and work out. Right? Because if I was standing over on this side, then I'd be cutting into that baseline. And possibly I wouldn't be able to get that angle right. So now we're going to take a little bit of that front and we're going to move it to the back. And to the back. Any questions yet? No.
No.
Everyone just talking about how crazy I am tonight?
They were talking about our beautiful model from the other night.
Oh.
Her beard.
Oh, yeah. Scary. Alright, so bring everything up. Alright, so there's my guide from the front there. Alright. And now we're going to go really concave, right? So I have one little section there. This is my guide. Now, how do I know how much I can layer with? Well, if I grab the very bottom of this baseline, let me just take one big section all the way down. Sorry, I should have thought about this. But hey, you guys got to realize I didn't even know what show I was going to do until Ty got here, which was seriously a half hour ago. So, we all know how much I like to plan.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, I'll be fine. Let's go. We're doing great.
Whatever.
Alright, so if I comb this all up, right, how do I know how much I can get away with? Well, if this is her baseline right here, this is the longest part of her hair that falls down, if I pull that up, oh wow, look how much I could probably get away with. I'm not going to take that much because her hair is fine, so I want to leave a little more for safety. But, like, let's look at my very bottom of the section there. Yeah, so, I mean, I can take around here, right? So, working from that front section, I can bring this all up, right? And just work straight up. Really, like, my fingers are almost parallel to the wall, like right up and down. And so I'm working from that really short part all the way to that length, which is totally the magic of concave layers. Because you can go, concave layers are the most awesome way to do a mullet if you wanted to do one. Because you can go from a very short length all the way to a super, super duper long length. Right? Comb this up again.
This is very hard.
What, the tripod?
Yeah.
You want the chair back?
No.
It's easier than the chair though, right?
Yeah.
Easier to get the angles? Doesn't make the rolling noise though.
Yeah.
I know how you missed it. Wow, Katie, you do an awesome chair impersonation. Coming up next on Masterpiece Theater, Caitlin Butler stars as a chair. Alright, so let's go back here
Oh, yay.
and tilt you back. So I'm just taking pie-shaped sections from there. Pie.
Oh, that made me hungry.
Yeah, I like key lime.
French apple.
Really? That's funny because that's kind of the color of your hair
Yeah.
when it's wet.
Probably not great.
You know, that's really
It definitely needs
French apple. I
Yeah,
think
it's a
you
crumble
mean
top.
freedom apple pie.
freedom.
This is America, Tom.
Oh, like freedom fries.
Exactly.
It has the crumble top. That's the best one.
Oh, is that what makes it French?
Yes, that's what makes it French.
You know, it's funny. That's what makes French updos too.
It's the crust on the
Yeah,
top.
yeah.
Awesome.
It's the crust. That's how it works. All right, so fine area right here. So make sure when you get here on this pie-shaped section that you actually direct away from that weak point of the mastoid process. But no. Cool, so now because of those layers, things are looking a little firmer. It's looking a little better.
You can get your fingers through
And you can get my fingers through here. So really, by kind of layering really fine hair, we're actually creating a bit more density. Pretty freaking cool. Totally not what most of us were taught. So I kind of like that. I kind of like questioning things that I was taught, which is part of the reason I'm doing the show. Is kind of like, well, is that true? It's maybe what I should have called the show. Is it true? Believe it or not. Right? Really inverted fingers.
JoshXO's Hair Mythbusters.
That'd be cool. I would just blow mannequin heads up all day long.
It can be like a segment.
Yeah. Oh, I will. First, I gotta work on that walrus mustache, though. So I could be on that show. I talked about Mythbusters, I think, a couple episodes ago. Right? So now on this side, I'm getting to the point where the ear is, right? So on this last section, whereas on this side I pulled it towards me, on this section, I'm going to push it kind of away from me. Question!
Does it matter?
Wait, who's question from?
Michael.
Michael Sean?
Yeah.
Michael Sean!
It says, does it matter if the model or if the client's head is not level? She's looking down.
Oh, yeah, no, it's fine, because if she's down, that way, if you think about it, if her head's down, that way I get even more of a concave, right? So if it's really down, I get a concave. If it's up, then I got to tilt my fingers even more. So thanks for bringing that up. I didn't realize it. I kind of just had her head down for that reason. But yeah, that makes sense. If you're doing a really extreme concave, right? If her head's straight up, I'm not covering myself here. I think this is kind of an interesting little discovery that you have made, Michael Shaw, and I appreciate the comment. Think about it this way, right? If her head's straight up, then look how much I really got to tilt now, right? So let's think about that. We can actually use our client's head position. Put it all the way down that you can. There we go. We can use our client's head position to actually help us achieve that angle, right? Because now we're going up, back up. Now move your head back. See? Now I'm over here. So I can actually get more of a concave by having the head down because I'm pulling things forward. Very interesting. Viewer discovery. Awesome. Which is why I do this live and do no editing, because I kind of like making discoveries. I have the best viewers in the world. If you guys are watching this recorded, you're totally missing out. Suckers, because you don't get shout outs and stuff. Michael Sean is also known as Hairbender.
Oh!
Yes. Yeah, that's why. Am I correct? I'm correct in that, right? Yeah?
Oh, Jesus.
Whoa, ceiling people are going to town.
They've been going to town all day.
Really?
There's mariachi music this morning, and they were
Really?
You know what the hell they were doing up there?
Oh, I love mariachi music. I love Mexican polka.
It reminds me of the swap meet.
It does, all the time. Okay, so now that I got those concave layers figured out, right? I'm going to do this in one huge fell swoop here, because I can. Because I'm awesome like that. No, because the hair is kind of fine. So I'm just going to take everything from the back, right? Because I did those shorter layers in the front. So I'm just going to go ahead and take everything forward. Right? I'm going to find the bottom of where my section was, right there. And I'm just going to slide that all out. So to kind of create a little more of a U shape, because with a round front, we don't want the bottom baseline to be square, right? So we're going to take this all, and let's see, where should I stand? I should stand over here. Okay, I'll have you forward. Because you're not an ugly model, and I don't need to hide you.
And I can get way in there.
Way in there. Right, so we're going to come forward, right? And we're just going to if you remember episode 14, 13, 10. Episode 10, the slide cutting thing with Ricky. This is the technique I used on that, which is strangely an underwatched episode. It's really good.
That's actually the only one I did.
Number 10?
Yeah.
Oh, alright. What made you choose that one?
Longer hair.
Longer hair? Okay, cool. So you saw how safe I was in saving her 2 strands of a rat tail on it.
I did my research.
Because see, we've never met, so she looked me up. It was pretty awesome. A smart model.
That is very smart.
That is very smart.
Because they'd be like, cool, this guy wants to get my hair, he has tattoos, that's cool.
That's cute. Do whatever you want.
And then I'd come out with like a bald head. I'd look like a Hare Krishna.
Yeah, I'm still mad at you after the first time I cut your hair.
Oh,
that you cut off.
Oh,
the first time I cut Katie's hair, I left her, like I cut everything on the side short, and I left seriously 3 hairs as a disconnection. That were like, everything was really short through here, and then right above the ear, I just left 3 hairs that like came down to here. I thought it was the most wicked disconnection ever because
you just said wicked.
Yeah, I'm from Boston. Whatever. I thought it was the most wicked disconnection, ever because I don't know. I've never seen a disconnection like that, and it didn't look like I just missed 3 hairs. It looked like it was supposed to be there. I even curled them, I think. Yeah. And I thought it was freaking cool. 3 hair disconnection. I challenge my viewers to go do a haircut with the 3 hair disconnection. Send me pictures. I'll post them on the show.
And see how long your clients keep it.
Yeah.
I kept it for like 2 weeks though.
No, you cut off the 3 hair disconnection after a day.
No, it was like 2 weeks.
Okay, so let's go back. Me and Katie will stop arguing now. No, we're going to argue even more now. Yes! So let's have a look. Let's compare on our before and afters that we didn't take. You know what the key to a before and after
is? Remembering to do it?
No, the key to a before and after picture, okay, so if you guys screen cap here, alright, is first you got to part down the middle for the before picture. And you have to look really sad. You have to be all...
And no makeup at all.
Yeah, that was good. Hold that for 5 seconds. 5 seconds. I'll count for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now, for the after picture, which I should probably blow dry, but then now all the hair is really sexy, right? And it's a lot more full now, because I put those layers in there. And now what are you doing? Smiling, sassy picture, right? That's the key to the before and after. I didn't do shit to it. But, you know what's really great is on Hairbrain, you can kind of click through some of the people's pictures, and there's some people with super amazing pictures, and then, like, it always cracks me up because people do before and afters, and I'm like, you know, kind of look better before. I'm not gonna lie there. Like, okay, I hate to be, like, a bastard like that, but, you know, sometimes I like to think of myself like a doctor. Just do no harm, maybe? I don't know. But anyways, it's like, oh wow, I cut off all her hair. That's amazing. But you also made her look like a horse. So, she wanted to look like Jennifer Aniston, but she had a face like Phyllis Dilla. Alright. So, because the hair's fine, I could get the hair all super big and straight, but I'm going to go ahead and round brush it here. Right? So, nozzle on for the round brush. Right, before I start round brush, I'm going to wrap the front a little bit, just to kind of get things in place. Because I want the front smooth and not, I want to get those roots smoothed out a little bit. And I want to kind of push everything forward, because that's what, I want to get the base going a bit forward, because that's what's going to like kind of give her the volume and stuff. Always make sure your blow dryer is on high. Make sure the heat's high.
You can't make chicken soup out of chicken poop.
What? Oh, okay. I like to call it, hey, let's go put some lipstick on this kid. But, whatever. Oh. Political. That's nice. Yes, I am talking about Sarah Palin. I don't care if any of my viewers like her. I hate her. Okay.
Mom said her show's really funny.
She has a show.
That's what I said. Yeah.
Is it like she's trying to be Oprah?
No, it's like a reality show.
What? No way.
This is why we need cable.
This is why I'm glad we don't have cable.
Oh my god, when we first started dating, I would stay up till like 3 o'clock in the morning watching Tyra. And he'd be like, oh my god, you're watching Tyra. I'm like, yeah. Go to sleep when we watch Tyra.
Alright, so big old Donald Trump come over. Actually, that's more like emo girl come over. Alright, wait, here we go. Duck lips now. Yeah, but wait, we can get even better than this. Alright, look up. No, look up. Yeah, there we go. We gotta use the MySpace angles. There we go. There. That's it. Wait, put one arm up like you're holding the camera. There we go. Yeah. MySpace. MySpace. Oh, MySpace, the abandoned amusement park of the internet.
They totally have them on Facebook too.
Yeah. So really just kind of getting the roots dry here, pushing everything forward.
Okay.
You know why I like using a nozzle? Because it makes the blow dryer feel like more like a gun. And that seems more powerful. Hey, do you guys know how they hold blow dryers in the ghetto?
I don't like it.
Like this. Anyone laugh at that? You get any chuckles? Okay, I'm gonna blow dry your hair.
What?
Oh, now he means business.
Shit just got real.
Yeah. The blow dryer just got freaking weird, man.
I know, he's blow drying your girlfriend. You don't like it.
Oh, Charlie, you have about 3 girlfriends a week.
You're playing me.
Yeah, you're getting played. Been meaning to talk to you about that. Alright. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push the hair forward with the round brush. Which is going to make it back. Actually, let's go ahead and pull it forward. Right, so if I bring the brush this way, that means the hair is going to go in. If I push the brush that way, that means the hair is going to go back. So, I don't know. This lower side stuff, let's just bring it down. Alright, and then this stuff, we'll kind of bring it forward and back. I don't know, let's just play around with it. Let's have fun. See where our hair goes.
We should have a after show with Charlie. Oh, he's a little happy. Every time.
We should have an after show with Charlie, but especially if we could put him in a Hugh Hefner smoking jacket. And it would just be like, hey, welcome to After Hours with Charlie. I'm your host.
Get off of me. Poor little guy doesn't even know.
What happened?
He got her by talking.
Oh, Charlie. Charlie, why you gotta flash the lipstick? Buddy, that's our first time on the show.
I
I like when he looks back at it, like, where did that come from?
know.
And what was there?
You don't know.
See, Charlie, unlike most dogs, when we take him to the dog park, Charlie still has his balls. Or what we like to call the walnut. Where was going with this? I don't know.
You're just telling everyone our dog still has his balls.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. My dog still has his balls. Does your dog have his balls? No, that's what it said.
Look, you embarrassed him.
I know. Don't make fun of my walnut. Yeah, so pretty much, fuck you, Bob Barker. My dog has his balls.
You are on it.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm feeling good. I'm looking good.
Look at you.
What's that?
Smelling like a burrito.
Yes. And you know what? It must be the Axe deodorant. Like, I'm full of fucking douche confidence. That's what it is. I am charged full of douche right now. Thank you, Axe Body Spray. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in to JoshXO's Weapon of Choice, brought to you by Axe. When Jaeger bombs don't make you a douche enough, there's Axe. Jaeger bombs.
Skanks.
Skanks. Or, you know what else is great? I actually love the Asian version.
I like geishas.
Yeah, the Asian version of my new haircut is really awesome. Because instead of skanks, he's like, geisha, geisha, geisha. Instead of Jaeger bombs, it's sake bomb, sake bomb, sake bomb. It's cool though. I can do Asian accents because I have an Asian girlfriend. Okay, she's only quarter Asian, so I only feel 3/4 guilty.
But Grandma's full Asian and it's fun to make fun
Yeah.
of her.
This is turning out to be a pretty awesome cut. Oh, hello, Charles, sir. I think he's going to try and make the jump.
Can you do it?
Right, round brushing through the bag here. Can you do it? Can you get up there? Come on. Oh, there he is. Careful he doesn't eat your hair, though. He really likes to cut hair. Like, he likes to be like daddy and cut hair, but he does it with his teeth. I haven't trained him to use scissors yet. Someday. That way, when I go to hair shows, I can totally heckle platform artists. They're like, oh, I am doing special technique. And I can be like, I can train my dog to do what you do. And then I'll put Charlie up on stage next to the platform artist. And everyone will instantly like Charlie better because he's much cuter.
And he doesn't talk.
And he doesn't talk. He doesn't have to. He's just a master haircutter.
Okay, you have a question from a guy in hair school.
Yeah.
Why does Josh flip the ends over when he lays the hair down with the brush?
Oh, okay, good point. Let me get there. So, when I'm round brushing, I'm going to do a whole round brush class when I have a really suitable model to do it, and I'll like bend and do Victoria's Secret like stuff. Okay, so when I round brush, I think about roots, mid-shaft, ends, right? So you notice I just work the roots first, and then I get in end shaft, and notice how I don't really twist too much with the roots, and then the mid-shaft, I kind of give it a little bit of a twist, a bend, and then when I get to the ends, that's when I kind of bend things up and roll it up and get the tension on it to smooth it. And that's when Charlie comes up on the left. Right, so I heat it up the brush, and then when I let it out, I give it a little twist like that, and that'll give it like a little more bend because it'll sit there and dry. That's my theory. Plus, I don't know, it just looks cooler. A lot of things are presentation. But I have like a whole round brush theory class that I'm going to get into. Oh, he is so happy right now.
He's giving a love. He's protecting her from the hair dryer.
So that's kind of why I twist the end. If you see me like round brush like really wavy hair and I'm going for like full on big volume, you'll see how where the twisting really comes into play. Tight hair, unless I started out from completely wet, you're not going to get a ton of bend out of her hair. And notice too, I didn't put any like styling products in it. If I really wanted to go for like band, I would have like put some crap in it. But I did not want a ton of bend. I want kind of more of a arching kind of volume, not like a curly volume. Arching, not curly. I wanted texture, but no movement. Oh, sorry, that was the Axe body spray talking. Katie, did you show the audience your new green hair?
No, it's really crazy.
See, the Axe body spray must be, or the Axe body deodorant must be having an effect on Katie, because now her hair is greasy. The next step is self-tanner.
Oh no, really?
Yeah, you're gonna have to start tanning.
Oh man, I'm gonna look like an Oompa Loompa.
I honestly cannot picture Katie with any bit of color on her. I've seen her pink from a sunburn, but I've never actually seen color on her. But right now I'm looking at Katie, and I'm really trying to imagine her with the Jersey Shore orange. And I'm having trouble.
I can put some on right now.
Oh, no way.
I got some makeup.
You gotta get one to bump it, so.
Oh, I don't think I have enough hair. I'm gonna need really bad extensions, son.
Like where your makeup from.
Yes. Where the glue is showing.
Almost done with the round brush. Oh, so nozzle. I'm going back to nozzle. Because with the nozzle, I can really direct the nozzle right on the hair. Right? Because when I'm flat brushing, I want a wider dispersion of air, because I'm just trying to get it smooth. But with this, I really want to be able to direct the air right on the round brush. And round brushing really sucks. I don't feel like I can get the tension when I round brush without a nozzle. It's pretty janky. So babe, you know how I was Bob Ross for Halloween?
Yeah.
I was telling one of my clients today that I was Bob Ross for Halloween.
Awesome. It was bad.
Yeah. And you know what my client said?
What?
My client said that you should have been a happy little tree.
Oh!
How good would that have
I
been?
still think a priest
God,
and a
we
little boy
suck.
is the best way to go.
What's that?
A priest and a little boy.
Oh yeah. If I was Michael Jackson, that'd be awesome.
If you were a priest.
Yeah. Oh. Either one. Michael Jackson in a priest outfit.
Hey.
Ooh, yeah. Talk about sex, baby. Talk about you and me.
Get it, girl.
He is like so not okay with that blue hair.
Hey, so is he shaking? Is he shaking like a little chihuahua?
You do have that chihuahua look, don't you?
It's got a little bit of light bulb head.
Chihuahua. I think you're called Apple Head, though. You're awesome, cute.
Oh my god, he made it. Alright, let's turn it around.
Oh, Charlie. He looks so scared.
I hate it. You know, here's the big eternal question. Like, you notice how dogs like hate when you blow in their face? Yeah, when you drive in the car, they would stick their head out the window. Huh, buddy. Later. Oh my god, I hate that thing. Alright, where are the dry cutters? Dry cutters, dry cutters, dry cutters.
Please
All right.
put it in your parents' sweater.
So if we look at this now, like her hair looks like a ton more fuller just from that blunt cut there, right? In fact, the top, and you know, one of the guys I learned from, he'd be like, oh, you know, like, layering it, graduation is the only way to build weight. You can't really graduate long hair, though. You know, you can, but it doesn't really have an effect. But, you know, hair oftentimes has a natural texture. Hair sometimes wants to get away from the rest of the hair and get big. So, the layering actually sometimes helps big volume. I mean, that's not all from the round brush. You know, it kind of wants to spring up. But more than anything, is now this top layer that I layered, now it actually has density. Now when I, like, pull it out, you can see the line I cut. It looks like a blunt line now. As before, when I pull it out, there'd just be like 3 hairs. Now, imagine, you know, if this traveled all the way down to the bottom, it would still be like 3 hairs. And honestly, doing one length wouldn't really do anything, unless I took the one length there. But am I going to lecture a client on their own hair? Yeah, you can give them advice, but they're not going to cut it off till they're ready. And like I said, do you want to be right or do you want to make money? You know, do you want to be right or do you want to make people happy? So I think her hair looks a lot fuller. Still like a little blunt to me in places, like especially like through here. So we're just going to direct this over and point cut into it a little bit. Right? Kind of want to, by elevating it and over directing it, I'm going to create a little more softness. Right? We're just going to like kind of take these diagonal sections here like we're peeling an onion. Right? Just in the ends to kind of break it up. I don't want to go full bore, like crazy stroking, you know, kind of texture. Why? Because then we're at square one. We're right back where we were, and then we got to go back and do a blunt cut to kind of firm things up. You know, one thing to remember is like a lot of people will be like, "Oh, her hair's fine. You know, you shouldn't be refining it or point cutting it at all." Well, here's the deal. Her hair is also like light and kind of blonde, so it's going to show every freaking line. So you better go in there, especially with like a bit of highlights that are in there. You got to go in and kind of soften those up, otherwise they're going to look really blocky and not good.
Sarah M said she's done 2 razor pixies this week.
No way! That is awesome.
She says thanks for helping a sister out.
You're welcome, sister. You're welcome, Sarah M. Which kind of brings me to my like new thing here. I kind of thought about like, you know, I want to upgrade the show, and I want to start like doing things like getting like a camera mounted here so I can show you guys close-ups, and maybe getting some better lighting. But I kind of feel like a panhandler when I like ask for like donations. You know, I think it's cool if you guys want to help out with the show. You know, my little PayPal things in the group there. But hey, how about this? Like instead of like charging per episode or, you know, just asking a flat out like donation, how about let's do this. If you guys learn something from the show and you do it on a client, something you learned from the show, how about donating the tip? That thing I think sounds really cool. I think that sounds like a really good idea. So, just saying, it'd be cool. Because remember, we're the like the PBS of hair shows here, viewer supported. Right? So, I'm not doing this so that it's texturized. I want it heavy. I'm doing this enough that it's not so blunt. I'm just taking. I don't want to see super hard lines through there.
Big totally pulled a that's what she said.
Oh, just the tip?
Yes! I would have said just like daddy, but some people might get offended.
Oh, yeah. And beware to you people out there, if you haven't heard it before, just like daddy is the new that's what she said. And it can sound even way more disturbing than that's what she said.
Just like daddy.
I don't think I really need to go in there and point cut through this. This is really kind of just soft and kind of textured as it is. I don't need to go in there. Remember, it's not always what you cut, it's a lot of times what you don't cut. And I think that has kind of a nice texture. Maybe one diagonal through here. I just want to pick it up and have a look at it. Something seemed a little weird there, so maybe I just need to soften it up. Right? So, hey, wow. It's really fine hair. Fine hair should be stringy when it's long. But wait, I just got in there and firmed up the whole density by layering. So, myth busted. Mustache. Myth busted. No, it's totally... No. Like, it worked. It worked because there was no density at the end. So by going in, cutting a blunt line through the layers, I actually made the hair fuller. Yeah, so sometimes, break out of that, oh, she has long fine hair, I shouldn't do anything to it, no layers. Sometimes that is the case. Sometimes it is, but you gotta figure if it's long and fine, this top stuff probably isn't reaching down here anyways. If it does, that's the test, is like pick it up, see if it goes to the bottom. If none of it goes to the bottom, you're probably safe in layering, right? So I would just, if someone has really fine hair and you're wondering, I wonder if I can fucking layer this. Just from the O-bone up, right? Because this is where layers usually live, right? From like ear to ear, across in the back. That's where layers can live. Pick all that stuff up. And if it still sees firm down here, right? If you still see some kind of line, you're totally safe to layer. Bring this down. If nothing really reaches that bottom line, you're safe to layer, right? So real simple. A real simple little guide here. Yeah, I kind of like this front here. Let's see, let me brush it forward and see what goes on. Right? So super round shape there. Right? Almost like a bit of a 70s shape there. But she's not going to wear it like that. It's a part thing, right? And I think, but because this is going forward, right? Because now we have this front line here, instead of being parted and all the way down, which it'll probably do at some point, but by having more of a kind of forward motion with it, then we get a lot more kind of fullness of the hair. So let me show you guys kind of a dressing trick that I like to get even more volume out of it. There's the secret sauce. And where's my other secret sauce?
On the floor, both of them.
Oh, okay. They're both on the floor. Alright, so let's, I really like this one. This is like my key little tip for super sexy hair, right? So if you could do a big like Pantene hair commercial flip forward. You know where I work, they have the shampoo bowls in front of the chairs. No, you cannot eat hair. And clients I don't like, I want to have them do the flip and right into the chair. That would be awesome. Charlie, go on. Or right into the bowl. I think that would be really neat. So, take the hair, throw it all upside down like this. You can even like blow dry in there. I like the Josh Special Spray, which is a waxy substance. Which, wax on fine hair? You're crazy? No, it really works. Trust me. Just a little bit though. Right? Flip that over. No, back. Back. Yeah, there we go. Stay. Good model. Good. And then I'm going to take a little bit of Josh's Secret Gloss stuff. A little bit. That's too much. Some of that needs to go in my hair. Okay. And then start with the hairline and kind of like really get the stuff, whatever glossy stuff you use. Get into your fingers and kind of start just at the hairline. Right? And that way, any like frizz around the hairline, you get rid of. All the way around the head. And then start really combing that through the ends. No, Charlie, haircut's over. No more cutting. Right? And kind of finger combing that through. Right? And then bring everything up. What's that?
I know what secret stuff it is.
Okay. So then, yes, but they don't pay me, so I do not endorse. So then ponytail on top of the head, and then just kind of let things down. And then, look at that freaking awesome, holy crap, it looks like you have a shit ton of hair. That's great. I do alright sometimes. Right? And then when you let it down, it's like the easiest way to get tousled. And because you had her head flipped over, you could even take hairspray, which we don't have. You could even take some hairspray and really just lift that up and get into it. And, you know, get a little more, if there's still a little bit of frizz on the ends. There's still a little bit of frizz on the ends. You can always bring things through. And kind of just piece it out with your fingers. What's that? But I don't know. I try not to use foreign words on the show. It confuses me. Remember, my goal is to be the greatest hair cutter ever with an American accent. So I try not to use foreign words. Because some of them you have to say with an accent. Like croissant. Holy crap. Doesn't it look like she's got a ton more hair now?
Super 70s.
The Super 70s, pretty damn sexy though, but I don't know. It looked totally different before I flipped her head over. That's pretty damn fantastic. Wow. Holy crap, I'm good sometimes.
10 pounds lighter.
Yeah, but it looks like you have 10 times more hair. Awesome. Do we have any last questions?
No.
No? Awesome. Okay, cool. Fantastic. I had much fun tonight. Super fun. I've been watching too much anime or something. Oh, super happy fun time. Yes. Oh. That was my anime impersonation. And you didn't think that's how they did.
I hate it.
That's how they laugh. Little tears coming out. Because they're laughing so hard. Yeah, come on up. Alright guys, so thanks for watching. Remember, JoshXO's Weapon of Choice is on live 3 times a week. Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays at 7 p.m. Pacific. You can watch past episodes at JoshXO.com, which is thanks to Hairbrained and Randy and Gerard and all that good stuff. Speaking of Hairbrained, I now have a group on Hairbrained. It's the JoshXO group. So go ahead and join there. And what would be really awesome is there's some topics there. If you guys could go ahead and respond to them. I got one topic, like what's on tonight. And then I got another topic just for news. But then the other topics are really for you guys. And one's the request line. So whatever you guys like, if you guys want a haircut you want to see at the show, like Sarah M, I got to her razor pixie cut. And I'm going to get to David Richland's thinning shear cut. Texturizing shear, just doing only texturizing shears. When I can find the right model for it. But if you guys request stuff, then I'm more active in finding a model to fit that. Yeah, so join that group and respond to it, and like let's make that an active little community. And keep all your feedback there too. What you like about the show, what you don't like about the show, and all that good stuff. There's this little website called Facebook, and my little website on there is facebook.com/JoshXOTV. And then there's another like little networking thing called Twitter. And you can follow me there at twitter.com/JoshXO. And that's a lot of Joshes and XOs. And that's it for tonight. I got nothing else to say. Thanks, Ty, for being an awesome model. And crap, I guess I'll see you guys Sunday. Awesome. Good night.
Party.
Party! Charlie After Hours party!
Charlie.
Ha! There's Caitlin's green hair.
What?
Ha!